Hi, Rob Dameron here again. Today we're going to talk about apostrophe usage, specifically to start off with nouns using apostrophes. Apostrophes makes a noun show ownership or possession. For example, if I'm talking about Emily's book, all I need to do is add an apostrophe S showing that whose book is it? It's Emily's. So one way of asking it is you could simply just ask, whose is this? And that'll make you remember that, well, it's hers, so we're going to use the apostrophe S. Another way, for example, my mother's parents. Okay, I use the apostrophe S. Whose parents are they? They're my mother's. We do, a lot of times, common mistake is people leave that apostrophe out, or they add it here. Okay, let's show you that example. If I'm going to use an apostrophe with a plural noun that's ending in S, for example, girls. If I'm talking about a group of girls, the girls' counselor, if I put the apostrophe there, I'm talking about a group of girls. The noun is already plural. If I write it like this, I'm talking about one girl, the girl's counselor. Okay? Let's take another example using a plural noun. The teachers meeting. This is saying that there's a group of teachers and they have a meeting. If I change this to apostrophe S, the teacher's meeting, I'm talking about a specific meeting or that one teacher's meeting. That one teacher. Now, the next thing is plural nouns not ending in an S. For example, these are already plural, but they do not end in S. These are all nouns, children, men, and women. Same thing, same rule applies, that if it doesn't already end in S and I want to show possession of it, I'm simply going to add the apostrophe S. So children's books, men's health weekly, the woman's racquetball club, etc. Okay? These are already plural. All right, a few more. I always want to make sure that when I'm talking about, say, for example, people, we all know the Joneses. We're going to add, this is going to be a little bit different, where if I'm talking about them as the Joneses, a group of people, I'm going to add this. Recently, you know, it's right around Christmas time, we sent out invitations to everybody in the family, and we put the Damerons, but actually this was incorrect because we're referring to the family as all the family in my household, so it would be the Damerons. So I'm sure this is going to get caught by a few of my relatives. I caught it, but they were already printed, so it was too bad. All right, let's move on. Always capitalize signs, or capitalize, I'm sorry. Always make plural signs, letters, numbers. How do we do that? If you write this in a paper, okay, like make sure that you use all your 2s and 3s, letters, make sure you dot your I's and your T's. Okay, pretty simple. The last thing, and probably the most important thing with apostrophes, and one of the most common mistakes, is the possessive pronouns. All right? So when we're using possessive pronouns, we have to be really careful. Our, mine, this is really common. You know, students will say, hey, I got mines. I said, I don't want those. They're going to blow up. Don't bring mines into here. Can I go get mines? No, that's illegal. It's a common thing to try to make words that are already possessive as far as pronouns and making them by adding the apostrophe. And we don't want to do that. Your, its. One good trick for this is when you have an apostrophe and you're not sure whether it's showing possession or not, get rid of the apostrophe and see if you can make it two words. This, its, is a possessive pronoun on its own. Most people write this. What essentially this is it is. So you see this. If you look around in your daily life, you'll see this. I was at an art fair, beautiful painting, beautiful. And it had a Latin, mendico vobis quan unus vestor me tradidius est. Underneath it was a translation, and the artist had painted its own. That was the end of the sentence of the translation, and I had to make sure I go up and told her, and I said, what you're saying is it is own. And she immediately took it down. You got to be careful. A lot of people make that common mistake. So when you're dealing with apostrophes, just remember these simple rules. If it is singular, add apostrophe s. Okay? If it's already plural and ends in an s, you add the apostrophe. So it's s apostrophe. If it's already a plural noun not ending in s, you add the apostrophe s, for example, in men's. And make sure when you're dealing with your pronouns, our, your, its, etc., theirs is another one. Make sure it's already possessive on its own. Okay, so you don't want to say something like ours, because what you're essentially saying is our is, which that doesn't even make sense. So they're already possessive in their own right. They don't need the apostrophe. I hope this has helped you.